Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more assembly required with Stejo. How you doing, Stejo? It's a new week.
I'm doing really well. Although at the end of the last week, we did do a good few things off camera, didn't we?
Oh, did we? Crap.
Hmm.
That's wrong.
We did a hell of a lot of stuff. I think we must have spent like an hour off camera.
Oh, jeez. What were we? Why would we do that?
Well, I was farting around with all the wiring and stuff for the oil trains. And you were doing something.
Yeah, something. I don't know what it was.
Roombaing around. Yeah, so I managed to get the oil trains set up to do basically what I was trying to do on camera. Although it's a bit complicated. Actually, do you want to... Where are you? Do you want to come down and see this? I don't think I ever explained it to you.
Yeah, sure. Alright, I set up the little test area. We were talking before we started today about... Someone had told me while I was streaming yesterday that you need 9 inserters per side to fill up a blue belt. So I'm setting up a little test ground for that. What's up? Where are we going?
Right, down here. Combinators.
Oh, cool. Okay, so what's this? The numeric display?
Nope. If you mouse over this...
Now I remember.
Over this, you can see... Yeah, you can see how much oil's in every oil station.
Yep, I remember you were working on that.
Yep.
You got green wires running through the entire thing now, right?
Yep.
Or, yep. It's hard to see, but there's a little green wire going along the entire rail system. Cool. Okay.
So, right. The way it works is the first one checks to see if there's over 1,000 oil at the station. So there's a separate line here for each station.
Yeah.
Up to station 7. If there's over 1,000 oil. It will output one blue square. All right.
Why is it blue square plus 1?
Right. So the blue square plus 1 is because on the trains, the way that the train schedules are set up, the depot is stop 1. So I need to get it to tell it what stop to go to. So oil station 1 is stop 2.
Okay.
So to get it to output stop 2, you have to add the one blue signal.
Okay.
And then over here, this one checks to see if the signal coming out is what it should be. So if it's 2, and then it will output it.
As a blue square.
As whatever come in.
Oh, okay. Output
blue
input
squares.
Count.
Yep.
Okay.
So then outputs the blue squares to this, which is then multiplied by red signal. So the reason I've got it multiplying by red signal is a single red square is output if the train is empty of oil, because we don't want the trains coming here going, oh, there's 1,000 oil I can pick up, and leaving when they're full. So they're only allowed to leave once they're empty. But then what happens is this will then output the code for the station for the train to go to. So basically what this entire thing does is the train stops, empties its oil, and then goes, what station has over 1,000 oil that I can go and pick up, and then it gets sent there.
And is that something you also had to have smart trains to configure?
Yes.
Which one of these trains is the oil train? It's probably the one's got oil in it, right?
Yeah, there's two oil trains.
Okay, so now we're looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so rules. So you change the rules for the stops to just be signal based.
Yeah, all signals, and then they go to the station with the signal.
And the signal only comes from the one with the highest amount of oil, or the one that's over 1,000.
It comes from That's the bug. That's the little bug with my system right now.
Yeah.
Is that anything over 1,000 will output.
So I assume then it's going to probably go sequentially, right? If the top, say station 2 has the over 1,000 and station 5 has over 1,000, it'll go to station 2 first because it's higher in the list.
It'll go to station 1.
To station 1?
Yeah, it just goes back to it reverts to the regular operating.
Oh,
so it'll go station 1, station 2, station 3, station 4 until it's full and then come back.
So it only works if only one station has over 1,000 then?
Yeah, but the thing about it is eventually, after the backlog's pulled through,
it'll work then.
It'll just work. So right now, when I started this, we had station 5 had a good few thousand. Station 6 had 7,000, and Station 7 had 10,000 or 12,000.
Yeah.
So it's slowly working its way through. But like I says, once it gets everything, like once a train's waiting, then it'll work properly.
Now, how come
Yeah.
when you hover over these leftmost combinators, why does it show input signal 7642315?
Oh, because I just like pulled everything towards it.
Right,
As
but why is
opposed
it not like in chronological or numeric order? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, it's
5,
in
6, 7.
amount. It's in amount order.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. Sorry, I didn't even notice that. I wasn't looking at the smaller number. It'd be
Unfortunately,
cool.
there's no way. Like, there's no combinator. Like, I would need to do a set of combinators to find out what one's got the highest.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question. Is there a way to actually have it go to the highest one?
Yeah, there's a way that you can sort it, but it's a thing called bubble sorting, which is I think I spoke briefly about this.
Yeah, you did. You mentioned it.
Yeah, basically you need to sit and combine like every input with every other input to find out what's the highest one, and it would end up in a massive field of combinators. So I just can't be bothered with that. Like, this was bad enough, and this is buggy.
Yeah. Do you have 2 pumps on you?
I should do. Yes, I do. Exactly 2 pumps. There you
Cool.
go.
Yeah, borrow them. I don't know if I showed you this before. I've been complaining so many times about not being able to balance fluid output, and I feel so stupid now because we solved it the other day, and it's just so simple. It's like 3 bits of wire and 2 pumps.
Okay.
I tried so many different ways of doing it, right? Where you would like use a T-junction with 2 pumps, or you'd use 2 pumps there or whatever. But all it is this. You just say wire condition if oil is greater than some fixed number, greater than like 30, basically, because pumps can pump 30 units per second, right? So I use like 100. And then that, if you actually had oil in this pump, it would perfectly balance fluid output between 2 outputs. It's a fluid splitter, and it's so simple. It just takes, you have to use storage tanks so that you can use the wiring. You wire it up the pumps, and then, because what'll happen is if you don't wire it, and you're just trying to like pump out of the one tank on the right here, top right, then eventually when it gets really low, only one pump will work. And I don't know how it determines which pump works. It's just one of them will work, the other one just never turns on. But because it's using it has to have over 100, whenever one of them can turn on, they can both turn on because there's more than enough for both of them to run, and therefore it splits it. Now you're going to show me a better way to do it, aren't you?
I'm gonna try.
Of course. No, my way's better because it doesn't use combinators.
Yeah, and combinators are...
Combinators superfluous,
I just
and
I just want to see if it's possible.
Well, we need to get some actual oil in there, or some fluid of some sort. Do we have water nearby? Here's some water. I'll go get some water.
All right, I'll unplug this from our oil then before it contaminates.
Oh no, that sounds like fun. Let's get water mixed in everywhere. And then we have one more thing to talk about before we actually go about our merry way today, which is we do have a new mod installed that we thought wasn't going to work in multiplayer, but turns out that it does, called Auto Trash, which is now my absolute favorite mod ever made for Factorio. I really think that it is like even better than RSO. That's how much I love it. Alright, here's your infinite supply of water. You ready to hook it up? You have the pumps off?
Yep, pumps are off. Oh well, just do that, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, you would need to do that.
Alright.
Yeah, this requires 3 combinators.
What, in your way? Why would you need 3 combinators to do that? What are you going to add? My way's simpler. It doesn't require combinators. Combinators is its own research that you have to do. Right, so I guess while you're setting the thing up there, well, actually I should wait till you're done, because you've never used Auto Trash before. So the interface is actually pretty simple. If you can figure out smart trains, you can probably figure out Auto Trash, but I guess I'll speed you through the process today. So what do you got? Are you ready? Tank's full almost.
Almost.
Looks like it's rounding up to 2.5. It's not quite full. Now it looks like it's full. Alright, so let's disconnect it. We have 2,500 units of water to play with. What are you doing? Crazy numbers. So unnecessary. My solo campaign doesn't have biters. I do not miss that noise, that alarm noise.
I turned my my alarm noise off on my Bob's Mods campaign because I couldn't be bothered with it.
Yeah.
One output. That outputs one.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out why are you trying to solve a problem that's already fixed or solved? I don't get it.
For fun. Just for fun.
So there's this really simple way to do it, and you just want to make it unnecessarily more complicated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If it ain't broke, fix it, right?
Yes, exactly. That outputs 1 if 1 is bigger, so if 1 is equal to...
I build combinators so rarely, I don't even know where they are in the list.
Well, I make them far too many times. Far too much. There we go.
Okay, so
So now, basically, all that does is not work.
Awesome. Okay, so can we turn it off? let's let me just show you my way. Well, take all your crap apart.
No!
Your way's dumb.
Bastard.
It's dumb. Alright.
Shoot.
I did it wrong. You should have just let me do it my way. My way was better. We're getting very little done.
I knew your way was going to work.
Well, then why would you try to make it different? I don't understand you sometimes.
Well, the way I was trying to set it up was for it to check what one had more in it, and then pump stuff into the other one.
Well, I remember you had said at one point, see, unfortunately, like, now that it's full... No, I can rotate the pumps after the fact, can I? Yeah. Cool. Okay, no, my way's simpler. Look, done. Reverse, reverse.
Nice one.
I couldn't do it instantaneously, so that's the only issue. But it works.
What does it do? If water in that tank's greater than 100, it just pumps out.
Yeah, basically what you're creating is a buffer, a buffer section of pipe. Remember pump storage tanks are just effectively the same exact thing as a pipe section. It's just a bigger pipe section that can hold more. And the problem is what causes pumps to fail when you're trying to split them is that there can only be 10 units of fluid in a section of pipe at a time, and they can only handle like 100 and I think they can only hold 30 units per second, and a pump can actually pump like 150 per second or something. Okay. So what ends up happening is that if two pumps are competing for the same section of pipe and there's not enough fluid in it, then one of them somehow wins and just takes all of it. I don't know how the game decides which one wins, but by creating a restriction here saying, hey, there's got to be at least 100 in there, then neither of them can turn on unless both of them can work.
Oh, okay.
Which is what allows it to actually function and perfectly split it. So now if you add this, here, I'll just delete these so that it's actually even. You can actually watch them both go up perfectly when we hook the water back up. So if this was petroleum gas, for example, then you can see both of them are exactly the same amount. And they will always be the exact same amount. And it's not dependent upon which one has like more in the tank, right? Because if you have uneven drain rate on both outputs, then that doesn't work. I watched a video, somebody that you and I both know, showing how to split fluids, and all it was a fluid balancer. It says, okay, there's 500 in this one, there's 1,000 in this one. I'm gonna put more into the one that's got 500, instead of
as opposed to an actual
splitting
splitter.
it. Yeah, this is a splitter.
Right, okay, so that's what I was going to do, was balance it as opposed to actually splitting it. No, okay, that makes sense.
This is an actual liquid splitter, which works fantastically on petroleum gas, because you need petroleum gas to be used for sulfur and for plastic, and it's really annoying if you have low oil to have one of them dry up and the other one just doesn't do anything.
The thing is, if you're balancing it, like, what's the point? Like, why balance it?
I don't think there's any purpose to balancing fluid. I don't know.
Yeah, none at all. Because you could just let it come out of the tank and it'll balance itself until there's fucking none.
Exactly. For me, usually what I would do is like play with Bob's Mods, and I would barrel up petroleum gas, and then I would use barrels and belts and splitters to split it. But this way, with just 3 bits of wire and 2 pumps, and a couple storage tanks. Or you don't even need the storage tanks, right? You could just have pipes coming out of these. So 1 tank, 3 bits of wire, 2 pumps. Liquid splitter. Done. Pretty nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Anyway, we had an experiment we were going to do. We're not we're not building anything today, are we? We're just experimenting.
We're just for sciencing everything.
Yeah. I do like your little thing here. I forgot about that. Yeah, I like that guy.
Oh yeah, the emergency cutoff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I found a better way to do it.
A even better way than that, huh? Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's not that much better. It kind of is pretty much the same, except instead of having pumps just after the actual water pumps, you know, the water pumps that don't require any electricity, like the ones that you use to get the water out.
Yes.
The offshore pumps, that's what they're called. Yeah, apparently you can wire straight to them. Completely forgot.
Yeah, that's new. I can understand why you'd forget. They didn't have the ability to do that until fairly recently. Okay, so right now we have 8 splitters per side, and we're testing to see if they can saturate a blue belt. You thought that it was more. Someone told me on the stream yesterday that it was 9, and it looks like it is more than 8. This is not completely saturated. Maybe it is 9. You think that it's more than 9 though, don't you?
I thought it was, yeah.
You said you thought it was 11.
I don't know if I'm thinking about something else, because that's definitely possible.
Well, it looks completely saturated to me. You tell me. This is with 9. And of course you gotta do the splitter merge, because otherwise inserters can't, they compete for dropping items down. But that looks saturated there between the 2 systems.
Yep.
And then if you take 2 of them away, and wait a little bit.
Yeah. Those little gaps.
Right there, see them?
Yeah.
I think that the guy told me yesterday he was right, it's 9. 9 per side. Or no, it's just 9 total. Wait a second. No, this is 9 per side. Right, because I added 2 more. Well, then we should update the smelting area, because we're only using 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's only 7 per side.
Is that not a space thing, though?
Yeah, well, at this point, it'd be pretty tough to actually do. Alright, so you ready to talk about the new mod?
Yeah, go ahead.
Best mod ever. So you see the little tiny trash can button next to, like, it says like Trains Plus Upgrade Planner. There's a little robot guy there. Auto trash, best thing ever. So it reminds me of like Dwarf Fortress, because you can basically have like workflow orders, you know, in Dwarf Fortress, where you can say, hey, I want to have between 100 and 200 food at all times.
Yeah.
By combining auto trash with logistic requesting slots, you can say, I want to have between 200 and 400 iron ore, or sorry, iron plate. So if you somehow end up with too much because you're clearing out belts or something, robots will come take your excess away. And if you have too little, then robots will bring you more. But you have like
right, so if I say I want to have 50 coal, and then I pick up a load of coal, it just instantly just dumps it into my logistic trash slots.
Yep. And if you just drag an item over there, it automatically puts it to 0. So you could just, I'm going to set mine up now. My only minor complaint is that I feel like, especially with some mods, like if you play Bob's mods, you only have 30 trash slot configuration things on here. And 30 actually is kind of not enough. I would like it to be like more.
I'm sure you could. Yeah, I'm sure you could quite easily just edit the mod files.
Yeah, I had tried to, but it didn't seem to make any effect on an existing save. So it could be one of those things where it only calls the mod information once. You know how auto fill? We used to have problems with autofill because it wouldn't change until you like told autofill to reset or something, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think 50 slots would probably work better for Bob's mods, and like 30's pretty good for vanilla. I don't know. I'm gonna go through real quick and set mine up now. And one of the other things that I really like as well is you see the other button next to the little trash can icon? This is your logistics configuration. You can store rule sets. So you can say like...
so you can
outpost configuration or, biter killing, and then just save and reset all of the different things you want for that job without having to manually edit it all. Best mod of the game. Totally. Better than RSO.
Well.
Alright, we gotta start from the top and get this thing configured. The only other minor complaint I have is that you can't actually, it seems to me like you can't specify something unless you at least have one item of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
The issue is, I think I read this somewhere, I don't know if it was that or a different mod, but you can't interact, the GUI for choosing your logistics things that pops up? Yeah, apparently you can't grab that from the API. So that's why most mods use, like, you have to have the item and then click on the box.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, that was already 20 minutes, can you believe it?
Jesus. Water is greater than that pump. Right, okay. Yeah, right, I've sorted my thing so it doesn't use pumps. Awesome. But yeah, that's over 20 minutes, Jesus. Are you good?
Yeah, I guess so.
Still messing with your trash slots?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing this for a little while. I want to get it perfect. I just love the fact that I can say, I never want ore, I never want wood, I never want coal, or like I only want 50 coal, right, to be able to throw it into a car or something, but
yep.
It's so convenient. It's amazing.
It's just nice to have the auto trash the exact same as your logistic slots. So
you could do that.
So if you accidentally pick up more, then it just gets rid of it, but if you've got less, then it gives you more.
Yeah, that actually could be an even simpler way to do what I'm doing. Right now I'm creating like a range, like I want to have up to 400, but not more than 200 kind of thing. But you're right, it's probably even simpler just to say I want 400 at all times.
Yeah.
Just make sure I only have 400.
Yep.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Because you often find that you get like you're asking for, say, 200 green circuits, and you end up like running somewhere or picking something up or dismantling something, and you end up with like 600 green circuits. It's like, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, like right now I've got, I don't know, when I just deconstructed that test area, now I have, I don't know, probably at least 2,000 red circuits on me, which is a bit nuts.
Would be nice if you could just like copy over your logistics thing.
Are you working on that right now as well?
Yep.
Trying to.
It's yes, I think it's
okay.
Probably a good space to wrap up then.
Well, we will be back same time, same place tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this little bit more laid back episode, and we'll see you soon.
Bye bye.